Hello everyone, I'm Troublesome Trucks, and welcome back to the first Crash City Requested episode of the month. So today we have Crash City Requested number 124, and it is a request by Bill, and they requested an 8-engine free-for-all of Edward, Dirty Duncan, All Engines Go James, Bill, Ben, Billy, Trackmaster 2 Percy, and Mavis. So it'll be the best out of 7 rounds. May the best engine win, and let's begin our competition today. Alright, round 1. This is a free-for-all, so no teams, each engine for themselves. So Percy goes first. Then we got Ben following, Edward, Mavis, then we got Bill, All Engines Go James, Percy eliminates Ben, and Bill and Edward take each other down. We got Dirty Duncan out, and Percy's coming around already, and finally we can get Billy freed up. All Engines Go and Duncan, all Engines Go James and Duncan have a collision. Percy's off the tracks. Mavis is caught on All Engines Go James. Billy is stuck on Duncan. Edward's trying to take down the track. Pretty big mess. I think it was between Mavis and Billy, but Mavis was going just a little bit. Billy was stuck on Duncan for a little while before Mavis got hauled on top of James. So I think we're going to give the first point of the round to Mavis. So final call, Mavis. First point on the board. She has taken the lead, but only one round in, so it doesn't really mean much, but good start for her nonetheless. So that's round 1 completed. Off to round 2. Okay, round 2, Mavis, winner of last round, starts things off. We got Billy trailing behind. All Engines Go James, Dirty Duncan. We got a bunch of yellow engines, so we got Bill next up. Billy got taken out. Well, I didn't quite see who that was. Maybe Mavis or James. Percy and Edward. All engines on the tracks except Billy, who fell off. Edward eliminates Ben, and knocks himself over as well. We got, All Engines Go James fell over on the curb. Bill's going for an attack on Mavis. Oh, maybe the other way around. Bill's out, taken down by Mavis, who has the front wheel off now. Percy and Duncan still going around pretty well, it seems. I think Mavis hit Edward and actually knocked her back on all wheels, so she's good now. Percy just barely misses Duncan. He's gonna go for a big takedown here. It could backfire on him, though. He takes down Mavis. And wow, that was just collided. Percy crashed into Mavis, and they both fell over. Now Duncan's stuck. And Duncan just moves forward. Wasn't quite sure who to give that to, but Duncan moved forward just a little bit, but that's enough to give him the point. So Percy tried to take them both down in one hit. It didn't quite work, however, and he got knocked over as well. So Duncan barely, that was a close one, but Duncan on the board, now tied with Mavis. 2 engines on the board in 2 rounds. Let's see what round 3 brings. Okay, round 3, Dirty Duncan off first. Winner of the last round, Bill follows. Then we got Edward, Mavis. Edward is taken down by Duncan, who just barely makes it through. Bill shoves into Edward. Percy chasing after Mavis. We got, Duncan is derailed, so is Percy. Now Bill is in trouble. Ben, it looks like pushed Percy back on the track. Billy tries to take out All Engines Go James, doesn't work. Billy, oh my goodness, it's a huge crash. It's a jam up. Engines running in. Duncan's trying to break through. Billy into the back of Percy, trying to push past. All Engines Go James is stuck on Ben. It's a huge calamity. Wow. Duncan and Bill got stuck on Edward, and then everyone else piled in and crashed into each other. It's a pretty close call, but I think Billy was the last one into the mess right behind Percy. All Engines Go James was up there as well. I think it was Billy. I think they just moved forward. Percy's kind of off the tracks, and it's just kind of carnage right in the center there. So it's some pretty tough rounds today to try and make a call on, but I would say Billy will be the winner of round 3. So 3 engines on the board, no one with more than 1 point yet. So we'll see what happens when we go to the next round. round 4 starts, close to halfway through the competition. Still, a winner could be anyone of these engines, so anyone can still win it. We'll see how it goes down. Okay, Billy and Ben got into it. Percy's also off the tracks. Ben is barely hanging on. Edwards managed to make through. He's getting past Percy. Duncan's last one out. Oh my goodness, Ben is causing trouble. All engines go. James rammed out the back of Mavis and fell over. Edwards in trouble. Ben finally falls over. Bill, Mavis, and Duncan still chugging around the tracks. Edward is stalled up. We'll see if they can dislodge him and get him back on the tracks or knock him off. And it looks like Bill takes him down. Duncan slowed up by Mavis. Bill's gonna try and push past his brother. And he's going off the track. He's gone. Duncan and Mavis. I think, wait, do they? Oh, now they're stuck. They both have points on the board. Mavis is kind of stuck on Ben. She's kind of getting veered off the line. Duncan reared up the back and is trying to get some progress going. Not very successful so far. And I don't know if they're going to get freed up in a reasonable amount of time, so I think we're just going to have to award the point to Duncan. He's behind Mavis. I think he was the last one going, and also they're not quite as important. Mavis is also kind of off the tracks a little bit, so I think Duncan, Dirty Duncan, he was also, I think he's done pretty good in a couple of competitions, and now he is a current leader of this one as well, so he has 2 points on the board. There's still anyone can catch up, but looking good for him at the moment. So let's go to round 5, which is inbound. The fight continues. Duncan starts off round 5 with the current leader. Percy goes behind. All engines go James. Ben. Dirty Duncan eliminates James and also gets himself in a jam. Percy eliminates, who was that? I think that was Ben. Mavis is now going off the tracks. This is complete carnage. The whole track is about blocked. Bill is the last one out of the gate. And he's pushing through, although he's trying to get past, and it looks like it's Bill. Everyone else is off the tracks. It was kind of lucky that Bill was last because all the other engines just crashed in front of him, and he was the last one out there, so he had the least amount of playing time in that round. But I don't know, someone has to go last, and that time it was Bill, and sometimes that's all you need to get a point. So Bill on the board now, tied up with Billy and Mavis. Duncan's still ahead on 2. Only have 2 rounds left now, so these rounds are going to be pretty important to find out who is the winner of this episode. Alright, round 6, penultimate round. Bill goes first, then we got Bill and Billy. Edward up next. Percy on the track. Ben. Billy collides with Percy. They're kind of stuck. Oh my goodness, Billy goes off the tracks. He takes down Edward and Ben with him. Percy's now up in there too. Oh my goodness, Duncan's off the tracks. Mavis crashes into the back. Duncan's trying to get back on the tracks. Percy's going off the rails, but Mavis crashes into the side of Percy. Percy's trying to spin in his wheels, fiercely trying to get going. I think he's mostly off the tracks. Mavis is kind of stuck as well. Wow. These rounds have been very quick. We haven't had much engines moving at the end of them. Oh, and Mavis has got through. Oh, and she's off the tracks. What a pile up there. Percy's sideways on the tracks. All the other engines are down. But Mavis, again, last engine out, and she was the winner of that, so we're going to give that point to her, and with only 1 round remaining, we have Duncan and Mavis tied for first, and Billy and Bill with points, 1 point apiece. Ben, Percy, Edward, and James all have 0 points, so there's a lot of unknowns going into round 7, so let's just get right into it and maybe find out the winner. Alright, so this is round 7, the final round, but we might need to go to a tiebreaker more than likely because we have 2 engines on 2 points and also have 2 engines on 1 point each, so more than likely a tiebreaker, or maybe 2-way tiebreaker, a 3-way tiebreaker even, unless Mavis or Duncan wins. and we won't need one, but we'll just see how it goes. So Mavis, Edward, Duncan, and Billy. Ben, close call there. Billy's going to collide with Edward. They're stuck. All engines go James. Duncan is collided in. Billy's going sideways. Duncan and Ben are off the track. Billy and Mavis are holding up. No, Billy and Edward are holding up Mavis. Mavis has gotten through. Percy hits. All engines go James. He's going sideways. Bill's off the tracks. Now it's Percy and Mavis, so... Oh, Mavis has her front wheels off. Percy's racing around. He's going to collide with Edward, and now he's stuck. Mavis trying to go. She's almost made it over the crosstrack, and she's back on the tracks. Oh my goodness, Mavis. I thought Percy might get a point. Mavis stalled out, and Percy was still going. Now he's stuck, and now Mavis is going. Oh, Percy's trying to correct himself. Mavis is heading on. Could she put Percy back on the tracks? Percy's kind of just fell over. Might be tired out after all this craziness today. Mavis is stuck on Edward. It feels like Edward's been holding up engines multiple times. Even when he's off the tracks, he's still causing a problem. Percy's mostly on his side. Mavis has all her wheels on the track but isn't moving. But I think we're going to give the final point to Mavis. Very close, but I think that's how we're going to rule it. So let's get them in the middle for a final recap and photo shoot. Alright, and the winner of Crash City Requested episode number 124 is Mavis, the diesel from the Farquhar Quarry Company. She finished with a total of 3 points, almost won half of the round, so pretty impressive for her. I think she's done pretty good in some other competitions, but definitely a highlight for round or competition for this time. So then we also have Duncan finishing in second, Dirty Duncan, 2 points. Pretty good for him, usually a pretty strong competitor. Billy and Bill finishing on 1 point, so good job to them. Fortunately, Ben, Edward, All Engines Go James, and Percy didn't get any points. Close calls for them, almost had the points a couple times, but in the end got knocked off the tracks or something or other, and Mavis managed to win the most rounds, so she is the winner, so congratulations to Mavis. So that does it for this competition. I think we might do some kind of other video on Tuesday, other than a Crash City episode, but we'll see. It might switch it up, and then probably at least some kind of episode on Thursday, and maybe some shorts or something as well. So that's the plan for this week. If you have any requests or suggestions for Crash City or other videos, let me know. And till next time, this is Troublesome Truck signing out. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.